Hey guys, it's Undone with Teradek, and I just want to show you some of the new gear that Teradek has, and I just want to give you a brief overview of some of these things, and really it's just for you to see like what's new and what is it that you're buying in these next couple of months, especially since they have sales right now. So let me turn on the lights real quick. If you remember, we have that massive light, but sometimes it's dim. So here we have the Alexa Mini LF. And this is with the signature zoom. If you haven't seen the signature zoom, check out Matti's channel, or Potato Jet. Like, they kind of explain this lens a little bit, and it's a pretty lens, man. Even Gerald Undone, I think, did a really cool one on some of the signature series. So fun lens, super expensive, costs more than my house. I'm broke. More than my car, yep. And the same thing with this camera. And yes, it's crazy expensive too. Luckily, we have someone that helped us get this camera, and man, we've been pushing it. We've actually done several documentaries and other cool things with it. It's fire. And the way you power this up is that you just push that button right there, and boom, it starts popping up. And yeah, I mean, it's super easy. Right now I have an IDX battery. There's like a 198, if I'm not mistaken, from IDX. It has this cool distribution box here, and this box comes from Arri when you get it. You can get all your power solutions straight from here. You don't need to add anything else. I want to show you the brand new SmallHD CCM monitor. And man, this thing looks so freaking cool. I mean, it looks like something that you'd probably see like, someone in Star Wars holding or something. It just looks very, very cool. You have the viewfinder connection right here that will go straight into it, and then it goes into the VF and it powers it. And from what I understand, there is another power supply that I think I have here, I just haven't done it, that you can connect straight in, and it will give you more bits on your monitor. But man, look at this. I mean, it's a beautiful image. So not only does it have this really cool cover, check this out. I mean, it's dope. I mean, it closes like that. It feels like one of those iPad covers, like the little cool jelly style covers, and it's just very, very intuitive. Then it has all these little buttons on the side, but you can go through the menus now, and you can go through and you can use do the media, I'm trying to see it there. You can do your setup. Pretty much you can do everything that you would do with the standard viewfinder. Pretty awesome. Pretty expensive. I think it's about $5 grand in starting, if I'm not mistaken. But only one plug and good to go. Next thing I want to show you is if you can see, these things aren't turned on yet, and that's because this distribution box has a little switch here that you have to hit, and once you do that, it activates the D tabs. Isn't that cool? You can do a D tab like either way. You see the motors already kind of turning here, and that's because we have this RT motion, the RT, which is from Teradek now. We have this Teradek RT that is connecting via this here, and that's going to control the motors for it. So this is new from Teradek. Here, these are the new motors that look really, really nice. I mean, they look very, very clean, cool design, and they look super strong too. They're super sturdy, and they just feel very, very robust. And look how tiny this little module is, man. It's so tiny. Like, it's like, look at that. I mean, of course, my hands are 8 feet tall, so. And next thing that I have here from Creative Solutions and that family is this Teradek. Let's turn that on. Let me show you. Boom, and boom, that came out. I really like these little rubber bands here. If we have too many if we have like A, B, C cam, then we can have them in red and yellow, and we can see from far away, what camera is what. So it's really cool. They have gold mounts. That's how they sent it, but I use V mount. So if not, I would have had this mounted back here, but it's all good. I mean, it looks good, and gold mount is kind of like the standard out there in the big cinema world. So I kind of just stick with V mounts because I do a lot of solo shooting anyways. If you want to see what the hand unit looks like, it looks like this. And this is where you'll be able to do the focus and all that stuff. And then of course with this Teradek here, this sends out a wireless signal to something like this. This is the Ultra5. Man, this thing is pretty. It looks good, feels good. You just hit that power button. No wireless video, boom, it's popping up. Boom, there we go. And then going from there, the next thing I want to show you is this Woodencamera handle system. Oh my Lord. To me, it looks so freaking cool. I mean, it feels really good and it's super sturdy, and I was able to do this big breakout. Now, would I use it like this? No, if I had an AC that was as strong as Brian Alkemeyer, maybe. You know, they'll be carrying this and they're the ones that are dealing with it, and I'll just be operating. But you know, it's cool that you can do this so you're not holding from V-mount. You know, because everyone says when you do this with the V-mount, it blows up. But it's cool because I can attach it here and I can mount it, but you can also add, each one of these here is sectioned off, which is really cool. So you can build this out as much as you want. It's like feeling like you're, you know, young again doing erector set builds. You know, if you remember that stuff where you can, you know, build your own little towers and stuff like that. That's exactly what it feels like. So yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you to, you know, sending them out so I can check them out and see what it feels like. And I think that a lot of people, like, they haven't messed with this stuff much yet, so they don't know, like, if it's worth getting or not. I still got to test it out on sets and stuff like that, but, you know, I've been working with a lot of these brands for a minute, and that's because I purchased them myself. Like, I knew that they're industry standard, so I knew that it was going to work. So having some of this stuff here and testing it and making it, you know, it just reminds me like how good their equipment is, like how it feels and how like the standard is supposed to feel. And, you know, overall, like what's cool about it is that I still have old school Woodencamera stuff here. Let me show you. I have like old school Woodencamera stuff that, you know, they would build that, like this I was using with the Red One back in the day. And every once in a while, like, hey, do you have a way to make some kind of, you know, someone will ask, do you have a way to make like some kind of monitor? Like, boom, I'll mount a monitor under here, add like a bracket out of here, and then add like a, you know, a battery system, and I have like a makeshift monitor mount. Hey, I want to have a grip on the side of my camera. Well, look, I could put a Komodo under this. I can do, you know, I can put a C70. I mean, I can literally attach, you know, any quarter 20 screws here, and I can make it work. And that's what I've always just kind of enjoyed about Woodencamera. SmallHD, I've had, you know, man, from the DP7 or DP4 all the way up to the, I think I currently have like the ND7. They're good monitors. My favorite still is like that OLED, the OLED 702, man. It just had such a beautiful image. And the CCM, the new Arri SmallHD collab, that's what it reminds me of. Like the colors just look so good. They're vibrant. The new Cine 5 Ultra5 looks beautiful. I mean, the screen looks really, really good too. And that's the one thing that I've always just struggled with, that color fidelity. And it just, I really wanted to see this stuff again because it reminds me, like, you know, these guys are always pushing the envelope of making sure the stuff looks good and feels good. And then Teradek, you know, Teradek, I started with the 500, I think it's the Teradek 500 or the 300 back in the day, and slowly moved up to a couple different brands. Right now I've settled on the 750 XT, the 750 LT, you know, 4K, and it's been great. I ended up getting 2 units, and they've been holding up very, very well. I've put them in pretty crazy environments, and they've held up great. And now, from what I understand, they've upgraded the firmware on them, and they can go into the 6G, which is, you know, great. And I think they're somewhat backwards compatible, but don't you know, go research it, make sure that's it, right? But overall, yeah, I just kind of want to show you real quick what Creative Solutions, what Woodencamera, Teradek, and them are currently offering, and they have a bunch of new things that are coming out all the time. Thank you to homie Brian for being able to hook up some of the stuff and be able to look at all these things. So thank you for checking this out and being able to check out all the new toys that they have. All right, guys, take care. We'll be talking soon. Later.